Hey, how are you doing? It's been a while. So, for the topic of this video, the last time we were kind of talking about spez quite a bit. And so I want to make a video and kind of go over what makes him a good unit and why you should or shouldn't use him. Uh, Personally, I really like him. He's a unit that I have used for probably my entire time on Epic7. He was my first Moonlight that I got, and I just always have found a way to try and use him. He doesn't always fit, and he has many limitations, but when he works really well. My current iteration that I have him on, I don't think is the best that I've ever used him with, but we can kind of talk about that. So let's go into Spez and look over his stats, his abilities, how I currently have him tooled. So currently I have him at 1700 health and 800 defense, 3200 attack, and 250 crit damage, and obviously the 100% crit chance, and 225 speed. So the current things that I like about his build is I currently like his health, his speed, and his crit chance. That's really all I really like about it. I want to get his defense higher for what I kind of have him as, and I think his attack can actually go down. I think I could drop him down to about 3000 and be perfectly happy with his performance. Uh, Same thing with his crit damage. I'm actually kind of okay with where that is at. I do want his effectiveness to go up though. A big part about his kit is working off of stuns, and currently he's not the one doing the stunning, he's just only hitting them with his S3. So let's kind of quickly go over his skills and talk about what we like about them and what I don't like about them. What I don't like about his S3 is that there's too much text on it, which is actually a really good thing. It does a lot. So, big thing is TLDR. If you're stunned, he deletes you. That's what his S3 does. Uh, when it's not on cooldown, he also has Elber's Blade. That's what it does. It's really nice. It's really helpful. It also causes extinction. So it just, if you have high enough attack stats on him, you can just have him outright kill Arby's, which is originally what I used him for. Uh, for a really, really long time, I would run A-lots and just push him up, delete Arby, and that was the key, because Arby was that big bad that everyone had, and everyone was just, this is how I'm getting through arena with my Arby. This was my answer for that at the time. That was really early Epic7 though, so I haven't used him for that in quite a while. His S2 AoE attack, decent amount of stun chance, and 50% CR push. It's a really good S2. I actually think it's a really nice skill. Uh, his S1 is actually pretty good with a decent chance to stun, and if it does hit a stunned unit, he gains a good amount of CR. And the CR pushes on that is actually a newer addition, which I think really does help him a decent amount. Makes him cycle faster, which is just always a good thing. So I'll probably rework his stats probably in the future. Probably make him tankier for more of a bruiser build. I really do like Windrider on him. I think it's a really good artifact. It helps him go in stealth after he deletes something, which makes him just really hard to kill. So that's how I currently have him set up, and I'm just going to do this team. It's basically just going to be a highlight reel for him, and I don't care that he's not actually equipped with anything. Another nice thing about him is that you don't have to soul burn him, which is kind of nice. So yeah, we'll just do a base attack. Doesn't matter. We'll stun you. You should maybe survive? I don't know. Might not have immunity for this case. But that's okay. It did survive anyways. I forget how weak these are. So, man, they're so weak. So, one of the main things is that you just get to delete someone with his S3. These, not the best units to showcase it on, I guess, but it is what it is. Now, I really like the Wind Rider on it because I also can see that extra damage on it. We saw those pretty high numbers. Those numbers basically stay the same when they're stunned because it ignores all the defense on the unit, which is really good numbers. So Wind Rider and attack buff now. Let's see the new damage values. And again, these don't really change unless they have artifacts or abilities. 57,000 is kind of high. So yeah, it's just a really good tank buster, and that's what I really like using it with. It pairs really well with anyone who has stunning abilities, which is a lot of units. What's another team I could showcase this on? Which team won't just punish me for trying this? This is the other difficulty, is that there's a lot of things that just outright stop this kind of a build. Let's see, if I do this, turns out you're the fastest. We can throw in a ran. That'll get the strip. You don't need to be here, so let's add something that'll prevent me from taking too much damage and just dying. So we just have Fallen Cecilia here to try and prevent some of the damage, because there's probably going to be some AoEs that are going to hit me here. Yep, here comes the Elbrus. Boom. I'm surprised that she didn't actually pop off. And the biggest issue is going to be the Ravi, because she's going to be cycling with this, but that shouldn't be too bad for us, as everything should just be stunned here. And look at that. So, probably the right play is to get rid of the Meru, but we're going to get rid of the Ravi because we hate her. So she's now gone. And while everyone's stunned, we're going to get our skill null. She might burn to death. I hate how that works. But hey, we gotta trigger his stun mechanic. Look at that. He pushed himself up. Paid actor. Paid actor. Look at that. And notice that wasn't a 50k because the Wind Rider actually triggered on the counterattack. Just as kind of the heads up for that. But kind of looking at that 57,000, why I say we don't need his stats to be as high as they are offensively is because who's going to survive 57,000 damage? Like, there's just no one going to survive that. So, if I were to rework mine, the stats I would probably try to shoot for, probably try and drop down closer to 3,000. Try and get my defense up to maybe 1,200, hopefully. Try and probably keep health around there. Always faster is better, so whatever speed I can get. 220 is kind of the sweet spot, but obviously if you can get up to 250 or 260, absolutely do it. I kind of want to have around 100 effectiveness, and clearly that 100% chance for crit chance. I think that is kind of crucial for that. I haven't tried them on a non-crit build. I think that might be interesting to try. Not something I would recommend though. But yeah, that's my current thoughts on him, and maybe you get lucky and pull spez in the future. I think he is a wonderful unit. As all for now, so you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.